Hello, welcome to Indepollet TV. I'm Chinwe. Thank you so much. If this is not your first time on my channel, it's good to always have you here. But if this is your first time on my channel, thank you for stopping by. I hope you like what you see. Subscribe and join my community. Also remember to turn on notifications so that you get updates whenever I upload my weekly videos. So in this video, I want to talk about something that is very close to my heart, and it's the subject of self-approval, being yourself, and seeing yourself through your own eyes. These particular subjects are very close to my heart because it's opened me up to myself. It opened me up to my place in the world and owning that space. It just helped so much in my personal development, and I feel like it is something worth sharing. One of my oldest friends, then, like when we're growing up, she would always tell me, be yourself. Like when I come to her and I'm asking questions like, there's this joke in my head that I want to crack, but like these people are new people and I don't know how to how it to come off and all that. Like I would always overanalyze situations to her, and then she was just really looking at me. She'd just be like, do you know what, Chinwe, just be yourself. Because she knew me, she knew I was a very playful person. Whenever she said it, I'll be like, yes, I'm going to be myself. Then 2 minutes later, I'm like, which of myself should I be? Like, who am I? The older I got, the more I understood that one person can have so many facets to them. I now started seeing that, okay, there are moods to it, there are vibes to it, there are intentions to it, like things that evoke a certain aspect of me. There are type of people that evoke a particular side of me. There's a type of scenario that evoke another side of me, and I just started understanding, okay, I am this person, but I can be this person. I mean, I can be loud, I can be quiet, I can be reserved, I can be very outgoing and outspoken. When I got older and understood that you get to decide who you are and other people will adjust, there are so many quotes that kind of summarize all these ideologies, but we use them so carefully that we don't really understand the meaning. Like you could say it 1,000,001 times, be yourself and other people will adjust, but until you experience it, there would always be words. So when I said internalizing that particular quote, people will adjust, people will adjust, people will adjust, people will adjust, now brought it to the forefront of my head that it's true, people will adjust when you decide to be yourself. But this situation whereby is like you're really tied into a corner because of their expectation of you, because people's expectation of you have so much to do with your character and who you are being around them. It allowed me to understand the concept of seeing myself through other people's eyes. Yeah, that was when the shells really started falling off my eyes. That was when I realized that, oh my God, who really am I? Like, who is Chinwe? Because there was so much about me that I got from other people. Because then, even when I was like, okay, I am now being myself, whoever I was being was not who I genuinely was or who I felt I was. It was still who was generally accepted to people, and I felt that that was who I was. Maybe the good part of you. When they say you have to be a good person, you have to be a kind person, you have to be sociable, 10 lists of friendly people, all those motivational talks. Yeah, that was when I just really started understanding that you might think you know yourself, but yourself that is the identity that your society, and society being family, friends, loved ones, enemies, everybody have labeled you to be. And it made me realize that who I really was was still an idea. It made me realize that who I was still an idea. Like, this is deep, so take it in. Not like everything about my identity was still like inside the shell. There were parts that I had owned as at that time in my life, but a lot of the things that I would have loved the outside world or my family and friends to know about me were all still in my head. Like, it's just still only me that know them. And until I become them until they become like a part of my habits, they could never see me as that person because it is still all in my head. I realized that it is even better to identify with that idea of who you know yourself to be, even if it has not played out in any way in your life. It is better to identify with that idea of you than to settle for any idea of you that the world has put on you, the world has placed on you, because that is how you've been in the past. Because if you can't identify with the idea of you in your mind, you would never be that person. You could never be that person because you'll be stuck in the habit of being who you've always been, and that person you've always been is just a character that people have written for you based on your past experiences. That is why people are caught up in addictions. That is why people are caught up in a lifestyle that they really want to change, but they don't know how to change because that is who they are. But if you can settle with the understanding that, yes, I get to decide who I am, and even if the decision I've made about my identity is still theoretical, I will own it. I will still own it. You can only become it when you have owned it and internalized it and approved of it and validated it. If you keep waiting for people to validate and approve of the idea of you want them to know, you'll be waiting forever, because people only believe in what they can see, and if they're not seeing it, it's not there. And that is why a lot of people go through what they call the imposter syndrome. They feel like frauds because inside them they know that this is me, this, like, I know this is me, but because you don't have like any track record to claim that this is you, you can't own it. So my dear, don't let that trap you. You get to decide whoever you want to be. When you're done reflecting, do yourself the favor and internalize it, own it on your own, and you just see how things will just start lining up for you to demonstrate that person back to yourself and approve of you. It's always about what you identify with. What you identify with will identify with you. So it's about choosing what you identify with, because if you don't identify with the idea you have of yourself, and what you identify more with are the ideas people have of you, the opportunities you are going to be having, the life experiences that are going to be coming to you are those experiences that affirm those ideas and those conclusions that other people have made up about you. But if you prioritize your own identity, your own understanding of self, your own description of self, your own version of self, if you prioritize that and identify more with that, life will definitely give you opportunities to prove to yourself that you are right, because that's how it goes. You heard it from me. Thank you so much. That's all I have for you in this video. Remember to turn on your notification after you subscribe so that you will get updates when I upload my next video. And until next time, stay wilding and thriving.